So I bought this box truck unseen off the internet, which is not the way to buy a vehicle. My intention is to convert this into a van, or RV, or whatever you want to call it. I like to call it a van, although you could easily argue that it's not. Anyway, in this video I'm gonna show you how I prepared for this conversion, and the idea is that I'll continue to upload content as I progress with my build. A quick disclaimer before we start. I have no experience in building this kind of stuff, and most of the time I don't know what I'm doing. So don't use this as a guide on how to do this. This is for entertainment only. Okay, then let's get started. This is the inside of the box. You'll notice that there are some rails along the sides. This needs to come off before we can do the installation. The rails are attached to the box with the rivets that needs to be drilled out. The rivets come out quite easily, but despite the great entertainment value, I decided to fast forward through this. When all the rivets was gone, I used a crowbar to unfasten the rail from the box. I used the same technique on the other side. This rail wouldn't come off as easily though. But in the end it finally surrendered and come off as well. With the rail gone, it's time to do something about this hole, and this screw needs to come out before I can start. From the outside you can see the head of the screw. I don't know why it was put there because it holds absolutely nothing. But I just unscrewed it and sealed the hole with some flexible sealant. The neighbor's cows stopped by for a visit. Hello cows! I'm gonna clean up the edges of the hole with this multi-tool. The multi-tool cuts through the fiberglass box like it's nobody's business. Oops, I accidentally cut through the outer wall and I had to use some more sealant. I cut some styrofoam to fit the hole. Like a glove. Time to cover the styrofoam with fiberglass putty. You'll need a putty shovel, something to mix the putty and the hardener, and of course some putty. Use an underlay that you will never want to see again. Put some putty on there and apply a bit of hardener. Mix it swiftly together as good as you can. Scoop it up and apply it to the hole. Continue to make putty and apply it until the hole is covered completely. I got some putty over, so I took care of this smaller hole as well. I tried to get a smooth finish, but I couldn't do it. No worries though, no one's ever gonna see this anyway. From a second-hand caravan dealer, I bought a caravan door and half a frame. A proper door costs about 13,000 Swedish kronor, so it was completely out of the question. This one set me back 1,000 kronor. I wanted the door on the side facing away from the traffic, and I decided to get rid of this damage in the process. I took some careful measurements. I was equally careful with the measurements on the inside. It's time to mark up where I'm gonna cut the hole for the door. I made a template out of some cardboard to get the rounded shapes accurate. First I drilled a hole so I had a starting point for the jigsaw. Then you just cut following the lines you drew. The hole is done and the frame fits like a glove. Time to glue the frame. I used a lot of glue. This is not the time to be cheap. I got anxious that the glue would start to go off before I got a chance to fit the frame to the box, so I didn't have time to film this. Sorry about that. But this is what it looked like when it was done. I used some wood so I wouldn't damage the frame and pinched it down with some clamps. This needs to be like this for 48 hours now. During the last days I got a haircut, which turned out just amazing. I also noticed that this corner was missing, and that made the entire box slightly unstable. So I bought these aluminium profiles to make up for the missing corner. Much better. Time to fit the door. I first fitted the hinges to the door. And then I fitted the door to the frame. I removed the ceiling lights in the box and covered the holes with styrofoam. And this concludes the preparations. Take care of yourself now, and I'll see you in the next episode where we'll do the insulation.